Jeremiah program is holistic in nature. It offers a two-generational approach. At the same time, single moms are pursuing their education. Their children are engaged in high-quality educational program in Jeremiah program's Child Development Center. I've often thought that Jeremiah's tagline should read, "Incredibly strong, determined young women reside here." Expectations are incredibly high. Everyone is a full-time student. Everyone is a full-time single parent. They're all engaged in the rigors of the classroom and their coursework. They're also engaged in working. They're taking advantage of one-on-one coaching and life skills courses offered on our campus. They inspire me every day.
Knowing that I'm part of the kids in Jeremiah's story is really, it's a powerful thing. That's, part of the reason why I came here, to know that I get to be part of their story and be a part of their success, to get those tools to go to kindergarten and be successful and help them learn everything that they're learning now in these important years of their life. It's great to come every day and just see the things that they've learned and how they've picked up, and how being here every single day for them is that constant help for them, their consistency.
I feel like I've grown as far as self-esteem. Because finding out you're pregnant, and then on top of that finding out you're gonna be a single mom, it kind of just puts you in this dark space. I wanted to provide and do better for her, but at the same time I was like, I don't think I can. For my future, like I said, it's just that push forward. I needed to actually follow through with what I wanted to do, go to school and jumpstart myself into a better future.
I am deeply grateful for our community's support of Jeremiah's two-generational model of programming. It moves us all, our entire community, further forward together.
The Jeremiah program to me means a second chance and a self-esteem builder, and to show you that you can.
Welcome. I'm Andrea Williams, Director of Development for the Jeremiah program, Fargo-Moorhead. Although we cannot be together at the wonderful Holiday Inn this evening celebrating our Night in Morocco theme, we are bringing the in-person experience to you watching from home. Get comfortable, and we hope you enjoy our program to support our Jeremiah program families. Please help me welcome our MC for the evening, Joe Heilman. Many of you may recognize Joe from our 3 previous Jeremiah galas, as he graciously guides us through a fun night of giving. Joe is the general manager at Intelligent Egg and is known for his various volunteer efforts with NDSU and many additional community programs. Please welcome Joe.
Thank you, Andrea. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me again this year. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 4th annual Journey for Hope Gala. If you're new to the Jeremiah community, we are on a mission to end the cycle of poverty for single mothers and their children, 2 generations at a time. We have a great program planned for you this evening, including a special keynote from one of the mothers thriving in our program, a message from our Executive Director, Lonnie Peterson, the opportunity to give during Fund a Family, and featured silent auction, and the chance to win a Fargo excursion raffle prize. All giving and bidding can be done this year through the One Cause website. If you haven't registered yet, go to the Jeremiah program Fargo-Moorhead website and follow the link to the Journey for Hope Gala, where you will register for a virtual ticket to receive your own bidder number. As a suggestion, we recommend that you use 2 devices during tonight's program. One to watch the video program, and one to manage bidding and any other donations you may be making. What was formerly our live auction for the in-person event has now transformed into what we're calling the featured silent auction. Think of this like the Home Shopping Network, but even better. because we have Andy Westby returning with us again this year. For those of you who have been with us before, you know our gala journey includes a destination trip each year for one lucky winner and a guest. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a unique year with COVID-19 and everything. Instead of a trip to Morocco, we wanted to ensure you had the chance to win an excursion that didn't involve airports and cruise ships, but instead a chance for us to explore our own wonderful city. This year's Fargo Excursion Raffle Prize includes a delicious dinner for 4 at Maxwell's in West Fargo, followed by a 4-hour limo ride and a gift certificate for after-dinner drinks or dessert at a place of your choosing. Is there going to be dancing and other shenanigans on this ride? Only you will know. You can purchase your ticket right at the One Cause site as well. The lucky winner will be announced at the end of the evening. And since you can't be with us this evening, let's take a remote stroll through the silent auction items that you'll find on the website. Joining me is Kristen Nelson. Hi, Kristen. For those of you who don't know her, she is the director of the Jeremiah Program Child Development Center. Kristen, tell the folks at home what you have in store for them.
Hi, Joe. Thanks everybody. Welcome. Our first feature silent auction item today is this wonderful package. We call it the Dr. Fauci's COVID Killer. That will be sure to sanitize you from the inside and out.
And if it doesn't, it's going to help you forget about it.
For sure. Our next feature package is a pampering package from Waxing the City, including a Waxing the City gift card.
Kristen, is that something guys are going to be interested in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to stay away from it because there probably isn't enough wax in all of Fargo-Moorhead to handle me.
No, and thanks. Now we know that about you, Joe. Joe, speaking of which, are you spicy?
I don't think I'm allowed to answer that question, Kristen.
Well, okay, just in case, we do have this really nice package of marinades from Meats by John and Wayne, the local butcher shop in town. These will be sure to spice up your next barbecue. Our next package is our two packages for your pets. If you want to send your pets out for pampering, it includes dog treats and toys and even gift certificates to Eddie and Barkus for daycare and for Fetchers for daycare.
The things we do for our pets.
Yep. Our last feature silent auction item is this wonderful 2-cycle steel chainsaw. Back to you, Joe.
Now that is something I'm really interested in, and I've heard it makes the perfect accessory for any of those last-minute Halloween costumes.
Every day.
The silent auction is open till midnight, so just a reminder on that. And that's right. So make sure you stick around for our featured silent auction with Andy Westby. These featured items will be more like a live auction, as these select items will end during the show tonight. So those items will not end at midnight, they end live tonight. So make sure you stay tuned for the featured silent auction. But before we get to that, I am so honored to introduce one of our Jeremiah Program All-Stars, Ashley Havig. After being stuck in a cycle of substance abuse, addiction, and homelessness, Ashley and her son, Ashton, have found stability, support, and unconditional love on the journey for hope. Please welcome Ashley to the stage.
Good evening. My name is Ashley Havig. I wanted to start off by saying how grateful and blessed I am to be here today. I am happy to have been given this opportunity to tell you a little about myself and my journey so far with the Jeremiah program. I first heard of the Jeremiah program from my best friend in 2018. Her caseworker had mentioned the program to her, and we had been talking one morning over coffee and sitting in our home at Redemption Road. She explained to me that it was a program for single mothers who wanted to go back to school, and they also had daycare provided. I got excited about the whole thing because I would love to have had the chance to get my degree, because the years before, my mind was focused on other toxic things, and I never continued with school. I was addicted to meth and was constantly in toxic relationships. I started using in my early 20s. I was hanging around the wrong crowd, and it was just introduced to me. It started out as using it once in a while. Eventually, I was using it every day, and it was hard to focus on anything like work or school. I soon was jobless and dropped out of school. All that I wanted to do was use. I became very depressed and had no idea where my life was going. I didn't care about anything or anyone, and it made me into someone that I didn't even recognize. It was a vicious cycle of using, losing everything I had, getting in trouble with the law, jail time, and being homeless. I became pregnant during these times, and I continued to use during my pregnancy. I was full of shame and guilt, and I knew that I needed help. My son was taken away at birth, and luckily my mother stepped in to take care of him so I could go to treatment. I completed treatment, got custody of Ashton after a few months, but not long after fell back into addiction. This caused me to get Ashton taken away again. I got in trouble with the law, sat some time, and then completed another treatment. I unfortunately went back to a toxic relationship and fell back into addiction again. And felt more lost than ever, having those feelings of shame, guilt, and just all sorts of frustration that I could not kick this addiction to the curb. I found my way to Fargo, and this was a chance to start over. I came here with nothing and living homeless. I strived for a better life, but I just didn't know how to go about doing so. I got caught up with the law again, and this caused me to do another round of treatment. I told myself that this was the last straw. I physically and emotionally could not go on with my life anymore. I felt so down about myself, and I really could not look in the mirror and be happy. I was tired of hurting my family, but most of all, not being there for my son. I was tired of sitting in jail, gaining charges, and going back to the same old, same old. So I started going to Narcotics Anonymous meetings and being serious about my recovery. I heard about a Christian sober living called Redemption Road, and everything about this program sounded amazing to me. It was a safe place for me to go after treatment, and I would be able to do it with other recovering addicts. I rediscovered my faith and began to understand how foundational it was to my recovery. I have Pastor Dave and his wife Noelle to thank, along with everyone I met at Redemption Road. I got a job. I got a vehicle. I was meeting so many wonderful people. I was finally finding myself again. I stayed there for a year. Within that year, I did relapse. It was the straw that broke the camel's back, as they would say. I knew that life wasn't for me anymore, and I needed to kick all the toxic, still using friends to the curb. I had to do it for myself. Otherwise, I would never be successful with my recovery. I checked myself into treatment for the last time and finished successfully. They let me move back into Redemption Road, and I was able to go back to work and was going to at least 4 Narcotics Anonymous meetings a week. I wanted the sober and clean life so bad that I was willing to do what it took to get there. I started the Jeremiah Program Empowerment class about a year ago. That class was amazing, and it taught me a lot about accepting myself. We went over things that you know about yourself on a daily basis, but without reminders, you tend to forget. Being able to sit in a room with other single moms was empowering in itself, knowing that they were there for the same reason, to do better. We were all reaching out for help. By the end of the 3 months of class, I was able to tell myself that I was lovable, valuable, and important, and actually mean it. On the last day of empowerment, when I found out that I was accepted into Jeremiah, I burst into tears. I was so overwhelmed with happiness because this meant I was getting my son back. I almost couldn't believe that the moment was finally here, that I was moving forward, and Ashton was going to be with me. In December, I transitioned from Redemption Road and moved into Jeremiah. And in January, I was able to take my son home with me after the Christmas break. It felt right. I knew that I was finally at a place in my life, in my recovery, that I was ready to have my son back. I was nervous, but I knew that I could do this. I was so excited too because I was bringing him to my own apartment and he had his own room. I knew he was going to be going through many new transitions, but with the help of Jeremiah program staff and calling my mom daily with questions, sometimes more than once, Ashton has gotten settled quite nicely, and so have I. Jeremiah program has given me the foundation to be a mother again, to be a student, and also give me continuous accountability that I needed to succeed within my recovery. I am currently going to M-State and on my last semester to obtain my 2-year associate's degree in liberal arts. I then plan on going to MSUM to obtain my 4-year degree in social work and then obtain my license for substance abuse counseling. I finally know what I want to do with my life. It's to help others that are struggling like I once was. I want to have common ground so that maybe they can see that recovery is possible. I have overcome many obstacles and reached goals that I've been working towards for years. I was on the president's list for my first semester back at college. I purchased my own vehicle and was able to pay off debt that was holding me back. It feels like I have been given a clean slate. I truly feel blessed for the life that I have been living now. On June 24th, 2020, I celebrated my year clean date. That was a super proud moment, and I hope to continue on this good path in order to do right by myself and also my son. About a week later, I got a job at a recovery center as a behavior technician. This is something that I've been wanting to do and was waiting for my year clean mark in order to do so. I have also completed supervised probation, and I had been on probation for the last 5 years of my life. Each piece of my past has led me to where I am at today. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the support I have had from my family, friends, programs, treatments, probation officer, care coordinator, Redemption Road, Jeremiah program, and people I have gained within my recovery and journey. Today, my routine is getting up and making myself coffee because honestly, I cannot live without it. I help get Ashton ready and head out the door. As I wear my mask, we head down the stairs and head to the community room to get our temperatures taken. We are asked a few questions, and then if both of us do not have a high temp, I am able to check him in on the tablet. His teacher, Miss Stacy, comes and escorts him into the purple room. He has 6 classmates and enjoys playing with Micah and Cammie. Then I get into my car and head to work or class. And in December, I will be celebrating yet another milestone, graduating with my 2-year degree. This will be one among others for both Ashton and me. Thank you to all of you, to my family, for your unconditional love and support throughout this difficult journey. I could have not done it without you. And to everyone who is participating virtually tonight, thank you for supporting mothers like myself through our journeys and helping us reach our goals.
Wow, what an absolutely amazing and inspirational full circle journey Ashley has shared with us. Thank you so much, Ashley. I hope we all appreciate how much confidence and just courage it takes to share that story with all of us here tonight. After hearing that amazing story, I think it's time we consider how we can help support even more families through this program. I now have the privilege of introducing our talented auctioneer and my good friend, Mr. Andy Westby, who is the president and managing broker for Goldmark Commercial Real Estate. Andy has helped Jeremiah program raise now over $400,000 since joining our gala team in 2017. This has helped to transform the lives of over 15 families at Jeremiah program Fargo-Moorhead. Andy, thank you so much for your continued commitment to our families.
Thank you, Joe, very much. And thanks to all of you at home joining us on this journey tonight. You know, I'd love to have everybody in the room with us tonight and have that momentum and that energy that we've had in the years past, but I think we can do it virtually. We can do it from home. And this is the point in the night where we need your help, where we need your money to help support people like Ashley and her family. She's such an inspiration and proof of the impact that this program can have on multiple generations at a time. And again, I want to applaud and thank Ashley for sharing her story. Amazing, amazing story. So again, folks, this is the time for you to help pledge your support to this program. Our goal tonight is to raise $84,000, which is enough to support 3 more Jeremiah program families. We can only do that with your help. Now, if you've been here in the past, you've seen us not just meet our goals, but we've exceeded our goals. And I think tonight we can do that again. So for those of you who are feeling compelled to give, what we need you to do is get your phones and your devices out right now. When you go to the One Cause website, there will be featured auction item number 1. It's at the very top of the list. Inside of that will be different levels that we're going to start at the upper end and work our way down. And we need you to click on whichever donation level it is that you are comfortable giving at. Your donations are 100% tax deductible, and it will have an enormous impact on the lives of these young women and their children. So tonight we're going to start at the $5,000 level. We'll get a chance to track our progress as we go in the donations coming in. Now's the time. If you are a $5,000 donor, we'd love to see you take out your application, put that donation in, and have a huge impact on these families and their lives. So we're going to give a little bit of time for our donors to do that. We have a live thermometer that we're going to be able to give you guys a chance to see what's going on. We're at $9,000. A lot of this money was coming in while the program was going on. This is the point where we're going to start to see this even go higher. So for those of you willing to give at the $5,000 level, we'll give you a little bit of time and hopefully see that thermometer start to bust through like we have become so accustomed to with the amazing support we have from this community and from our donors who help support this program. We've got money in this program will go to many things. $5,000 pays for 2 different family emergency and life skill class set of services. $28,000 per family is what it takes to host one family over a year, which is why our goal is $84,000 for 3 families. So $5,000, we're going to give it just another minute or 2. Our thermometer will be updating as those donations are coming in. We thank you all for your donations. However large, however small, they all have an impact. If you've been with us before, this is always the moment where we see the paddles in the air, we see the applause, we feel the momentum of the night, and I can see it, I can feel it. We're just not hearing it here in the room tonight, but I know there's a lot of folks that are out there supporting us tonight, and we thank you all for that.
I'm with you, Andy.
Joe's with us, and I know a lot of folks are too. We've been getting some text messages from watch parties across the U.S., not just locally, but thank you to all of you who are joining in tonight and helping to support this program. So we're going to move to the next level, the $2,500 level, and I know the thermometer could be a little bit behind as we are getting some donations in, and it will we'll see this continue to climb. The next level we're going to go to, folks, is the $2,500 level.
$5,000.
There it was.
Right,
There's our
Andy.
first one that
Holy
registered.
Cow.
Awesome.
That was amazing.
A virtual round of applause. I don't know if that's a golf clap or what that is exactly, but a virtual round. There we go. So if you are so willing to give at the $2,500 level, we'd love for you to take your devices out. In the item number 1, the Fund a Family, there will be a button for $2,500 donations. Now is the time we'd love for you to take your device and enter that donation. $2,500, like I said, that supports family emergencies and life skill classes. It also would cover mental health support for a year for our program participations. $1,500 is the amount that would support recognition awards for academic achievements and the welcome baskets for a year. This money goes directly to support this program. So you are having a huge impact by every dollar that you give, whether, again, it's at the $100 level or the $5,000 level. They all add up. They all make a big difference in what we are doing to help support these families. So I'll give it a little bit longer at the $2,500 level. Again, we thank those of you who have given already and who are continuing to give here tonight.
Just saw one come in.
There was
Andy.
another $2,500 popped in.
Amazing.
Virtual round of applause again, and we'd love to see more. We'd love to see more. There's another one.
Boom.
There we go.
Ask and you shall receive,
That's
Andy.
right. Hey, now
There
we're
it
rolling
is.
in. I
All
love
right.
it. I love it. I can feel it. It's awesome to see that red get larger and higher on our goal to 84,000. We'll give everyone a little bit longer. I don't want to cut anybody off. And keep one thing in mind, folks, too. If I get to a lower level, it doesn't mean you can't go click that button for 2,500 or 5,000, or you can even, I think there's an other button. You could give us 10,000 if you'd really like to. We won't complain. Any other $2,500 level givers, now's the time. I would like to recognize all of those who have given already at the $5,000, $2,500 level. Amazing support. We thank you so much. All right, we're going to move, Joe, to the $1,000 level. Now, I'm going to give a little bit of a surprise, a fun little announcement here. We have a group of special people who have stepped up and said that they will match the next $20,000 in donations through this Fund a Family program, part of the program. So at $1,000, if we can get 20 people out there with their devices, putting in a $1,000 donation, that will be directly matched by these donors. And we can't say thank you enough to those of you who are a part of that match. It's amazing support. We love to see that type of enthusiasm and momentum to help capture our goal. And we see
That's incredible.
our thermometer rising. So please take advantage of this. $20,000 matched at this $1,000 level and down. I'm hoping we don't need to match it at the $500 level. That means we've gotten 20 people at that $1,000 level. So keep those donations coming in, folks. We're rising. This isn't a COVID temperature monitor. That's the good thing. This is donor giving temperature. We want to see this one go higher, right? Really, really appreciate everybody being a part of tonight's program. And while we're waiting and letting people enter these donations, I think we owe a huge round of applause and debt of gratitude to the folks who've helped plan this event. There's a lot of things that go into hosting a in-person event, and there's probably just as much, perhaps even more, that goes into a virtual event. And sitting back and getting to watch this team put this together and adjust and make the changes they've made to bring this, it's been amazing. And this program, this community is very lucky to have these people here who can help put on something like this for this. So big congratulations to all of you. I won't name names, but there's a lot of people in here that have had a lot to do with this, and a lot of people at home as well. So thank you for that. So at the $1,000 level, if there's anybody else, now is the time to get those donations in. Otherwise, we're going to keep that match going. I know I've seen maybe 8 or 9 of those come in. You can keep coming with those, but we're going to move on to our $500 level. Okay, and that match is still out there, so we want to make sure we keep getting those donations in. So if you're willing to give at that $500 level, now is the time. Please take out those phones, hit that $500 button, and keep helping us raise this thermometer higher. You know, COVID has been a challenge for a lot of organizations, and it's something that has impacted both for-profit and nonprofit organizations in many, many ways. And so giving to these organizations in these times of trial and adapting and challenging times, this money is more important than ever. We know that this is also a trying time for a lot of people in our community. And so we understand the dollars coming here might be dollars that you could have deployed elsewhere for your own family, for other organizations. We thank you for what you are doing to help support this program and continuing to move them forward in their goals to empower these women and these families. So $500 level, we're going to give it a little bit longer. I know we've had a lot of support already. We'd love to see that support continue to climb. Another virtual round for our $500 donors. We're getting closer, folks. We got to keep going to hit this match. So we're going to hit the $250 level now. If you would be so kind and willing, if you've not had an opportunity to give yet tonight, you may not win a silent auction item. You may not have interest in our live auction, but we do have some great live auction items. We'd love for you to have an opportunity to support this program. And at the $250 level, we'd love to see as many folks as we can raise those virtual hands and donate through the One Cause app. So thank you again to all of you who have donated. We appreciate that. We would love to see even more come in. We want to hit this match, folks. And it's going to take a lot of help from a lot of people to get there. I know that we can do it. Anyone else at the $250 level, now's the time. Please go ahead and get your donations in before we move to our last and final level coming up. And that is going to be our $100 level. So thanks to all of you who did donate at the $250 level. Our last and final level at this part of the program is the $100 level. Again, it is not too late to put in donations that are higher. I don't want to discourage anybody from hitting that $250, $500, $1,000, $2,500, or $5,000 button. You're welcome to that at any point. Remember, we are still within our match period. So if there are gifts that are coming in, we've got $20,000 available as match, and we see more coming in here right now. It's amazing. Awesome to see the support. And again, we want to thank those people who have offered that match. I know there was a number of folks that got together to help support that $20,000 match, which is amazing to see. So keep those donations coming in. This is one item, folks. We will not close down the Fund a Family item number 1. So we're hoping to smash that goal as much as we can right now. But all the way through this program and until I believe midnight tonight, this item will be there so that you can continue to put your donations in, or if you've got family and friends that maybe weren't able to view, we can still get those donations in at any point up until later tonight. So don't consider this to be a last and final call for your donations here tonight.
Well, it's been great to see all the support we're getting already, Andy.
It is.
I mean, think about all the gas money you might have saved this year from not having to go into the office. I mean,
right.
come on, we can do better than this.
And all the money, you're not going to spend at Blackjack at the Holiday Inn after the program's done. That can all directly go right here, if you'd like. A lot of ways we're saving money. There's a big jump.
There was a big one.
Awesome. Awesome to see. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we can't thank all of you enough. And I've said thank you a lot, but the gratitude is sincere. The gratitude is real for what you guys are doing to support this program. Not just tonight, but many of you support this program throughout the year, whether that's in your time, your talents, or your money. And that means an incredible amount to Ashley, to Ashton, to all of the mothers and all of the kids that this program supports. We thank you so much for that. What I'd like to do to close out the Fund a Family is that match we have not added to our thermometer. I know we're still getting some donations in, but that match will get us closer to our goal. Maybe not quite to it, but I do know that we can add that into our thermometer as we're getting close to wrapping this up. And again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your support. Every dollar has a huge impact on these families, and we cannot tell you thank you enough.